All right, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone, to the final day in a 9-day marathon of streaming. That's right. 9 freaking days, guys. I've been here streaming for you. I hope that you guys and gals have enjoyed it. I hope that it's been a good experience for you. It has for me, in general. You know, the streams in particular have been quite fun. And the things we've been doing have been very entertaining. You know, we finished up the major campaign of Smash Brothers Ultimate and did a bunch of multiplayer, right? Started up with a Minecraft chill games series, right? Being able to do some really chill, fun stuff in Minecraft for the first time that I never even knew existed in the game. It's pretty entertaining. And did my very first ever attempt at some co-op in Red Dead Redemption 2. And on top of all that, started up a Final Fantasy IV playthrough. So it's been quite the interesting, week or more, a little bit more than a week here, that we've been enjoying all these streams nonstop together. Okay, and I want to say thanks to all of you who came out for it. Finally, I'm gonna get a day off tomorrow, well deserved because I need it. As you guys know, my voice has been, messed up recently, hoarse from streaming so much. I think I was just a little bit under the weather, quite frankly. And so, finally getting a day away from streaming. Not to say that it's not fun to be here, but, to have a day, a break from every day doing the same thing is always a good thing, right? As they say, variety is the spice of life. And it's actually funny because I have a bunch of things that I need to do that I haven't been able to do for a week and a half. I don't have any time off. I can't go do it. Can't run the errands and haven't spent really much time with Kat at all. She's been working her butt off. And finally to have a day. Finally to have a day. It's going to be good. So, alright, so anyway. Yes, with tomorrow being my day off, today is my final full day of streaming. Okay? And I said, well, let's see how this goes. With some interesting stuff. The first thing we're doing today is something I have not attempted yet. In the almost 2 weeks that Smash Ultimate has been out, I'm going to try to do a arena where stream viewers are going to be able to join and fight against me. At first, we're going to try to do team battles, and I actually have my friend Jake James, who is going to join me in team battles 2v2, as long as it works, by the way, and I'll explain that in a moment. And then, if we get bored of that, if we want to go free-for-all and just have chaotic battles or whatever, we'll do that as well, and it should be pretty fun. So, here's hoping it works. Now, the way it works in Smash is kind of weird. So, you set up an arena. You can password protect the arena, which is probably what I'm going to do, just so stream viewers can join, but not just common people searching for matches. And you jump in, and you set up your rules. And I think what I'm going to do is stock battles. I think everyone wants to play stock battles. And basically, you play. The problem is, what I tried to do this last night. And first, when I set up the lobby, couldn't find it. Like, it was invisible to everyone. And then I set up a public room. No one could find it. I was like, wow. Like, fighting games have been online for the past 10 plus years. I think really it was Street Fighter 4 was the fighting game that kind of moved, video games, like fighting games, into the online realm of competitive action. Even though there were fighting games before then that were online, it was really Street Fighter 4 was the first big one, right? And that game came out in 2009. So it was 9 years for them to get this right. And they still got these really weird arena system. It's not like other fighting games. It's kind of bizarre. And then the other thing was, so no one, the room was supposed to be public that I set up for this test room. No one could see it or join it. Then I set up another room, and my friend was able to join it, and it was supposed to be 2v2 teams, yet no one else could see the room. So we ended up just sitting in there for 10 minutes, and then the game just matched us against each other to fight. We're like, but wait a minute, it's supposed to be 2v2. Why are we fighting each other? So, pretty weird. I don't know how it really works. We're going to see today, I guess. What's going to happen is I'm going to do pre-stream, like usual. Then I'm going to take about maybe 5-10 minutes to set up the room. So the stream will basically be silent as I do that. And then I will come back and announce, okay, here's the room, here's the code to get into the room. If anyone wants to play with me, here it is. Try to join. And I think periodically I'll either just quit out the room and make a new one, or if the room allows you to, which I have no idea if it does, kick people every few matches, so that we can get more people into the stream to play into the room. Okay. Ideally, I know there's going to be some people who want to play today. There have been people ever since I bought the game asking me if I was ever going to do this. And so this is my very first attempt. Apologies if it doesn't go very well. Worst case scenario, I'll just do some random multiplayer online. I'll just, jump back into random multiplayer matches and go from there rather than worry about doing the arenas. But obviously, I've done that already, and people have already seen that. That's why I kind of wanted to do the private lobby deal where people can join me and fight against me. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, okay? And go from there. So, and no, I couldn't have set it up before I started talking Real Talk Game Sucks, because then you would hear the game music in the background of the pre-stream, and it would be incredibly annoying. So, no, I couldn't have done that. Please stop. I love it when people try to tell me how to run my stream. I just love it. I've only done this for, let's see, over 10 years. I'm sure I have no idea what I'm doing, right? Yeah, of course. Anyway, so this is going to be the first stream. The attempt to play against all of you in a private arena. If that doesn't go well, then we'll just do some random matches here in Smash Ultimate, okay? Tonight, my late stream will be a session of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout gameplay. I played last week after their big update that they did, and it went really well. I got 3 top 5 finishes, and I won a match. I won my second match ever, okay? So, pretty awesome. And looking forward to more tonight. I don't know how it's going to go, but we'll see. Every time I play Blackout, people really seem to enjoy it. So, should be some more fun with that tonight. As I said, tomorrow I'm off. No streaming tomorrow, okay? So, Friday, I return to streaming with a double stream day. It's going to be the final DLC for Spider-Man called The Silver Lining. It's the big conclusion, the big story-based ending of the game. I'll be honest, I'm really not expecting too much from this DLC because the last 2 weren't very good. But considering I bought the freaking season pass, I'm going to do it. So that's going to be the main stream on Friday. I hope you'll come hang out with me at least for the end of Spider-Man. And then Friday night will be more chill Minecraft fun. Another chill Minecraft stream just like last night. And, last night we had tons of crazy developments. I found so much. I was exploring the different biomes and found all kinds of items and things that I now have a crazy garden growing. I'm trying to get enough leather in order to make a library so that I can use my enchanting table to start doing crazy high-level enchantments and the like. So, things are going well in Minecraft. I'm looking forward to more of that Friday night, okay? Then on Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, we begin with 3 straight days of holiday-based fun content. And you may say, okay, well, what does that mean? Well, on Saturday, my main gameplay stream is going to be my annual holiday fantasy simulation matches, this year both in WWE 2K19 as well as Fire Pro Wrestling World. So how's this going to work? I can now give you the details because I finally finished this, okay? So I finished up all the setup for it and everything. There's going to be 3 exhibition matches to be held in Fire Pro Wrestling World, all right? One is going to be a television fight for dominance. Another is going to be a World Warrior Challenge. And then the final one is going to be a brawl. That's all I'm going to say. A little bit of a preview there, okay? So 3 crazy exhibition matches in Fire Pro Wrestling World. Then we're going to have the King of Christmas tournament. We do this every year, where the biggest, baddest, most notable icons of holiday goodness, and just think of all the different characters and all the different things involved with Christmas and the holidays, are going to be involved in this, okay? In a tournament-style setting, we're going to have 3 fatal 4-way qualifying matches in order to determine who will be the final competitors in the King of Christmas tournament. All right. Then we're going to have an over-the-top rope battle royal of fantasy characters, some of the zany stuff. It's going to be absolutely out of control. Typically, that match takes like an hour to do. Okay, it should be pretty entertaining and fun. And then to end the fantasy sim session, it's going to be a big King of Christmas TLC match, triple threat. All right. We will have a new King of Christmas for 2018 by the end of Saturday's main gameplay stream. Now, since I've decided to do this on Saturday, this stream has the ability to go longer if it needs to. And in fact, I'm not going to even go on like a break for dinner or whatever until we finish up with all these matches. If they finish quickly, great, then it'll just be like a normal stream. But if it goes long, then it goes long. And I'm just going to keep streaming until we finish and we have a King of Christmas that's been crowned. All right? So Saturday could be very interesting. It could end up being a big extended stream. All right? So let's see how this goes on Saturday. Now, if the stream ends up being like a normal length stream, then Saturday night, I think what I'm going to do is a chill Final Fantasy IV stream where I advance in Final Fantasy IV, maybe play a couple hours of that. All right? But if the first stream ends up going really late or longer, then I'm probably not going to do a nighttime stream on Saturday. And I'll just take that opportunity to do some stuff around the house or prepare for Sunday's big stream. All right? Because Sunday's big stream is the Holiday Gaming Marathon. This is when I'm going to be dressed up in holiday attire. I'm going to be drinking Christmas ales, eggnog, and some winter brew whiskey during the course of the day while I play various games. Games including Home Alone 2 on the Sega Genesis, Street Fighter Burp. That's what I'll be playing. I might as well be called Street Fighter Burp because Street Fighter 5 is such a crappy game. But Street Fighter 5, God Hand, let's see, Deltarune, and why am I having a brain fart? Oh, H1Z1. That's right. Those will be the 5 games that I'll definitely be playing. Now, if there's extra time during that stream, or if we get bored of those games, I have the ability, obviously, to switch over. Maybe do some Smash Brothers. Maybe do some Blackout in Black Ops 4. Maybe do some Black Ops 4 multiplayer. So I have the ability to, on the fly, adjust and do other stuff if I want to. Okay? So we'll see how Sunday's stream goes. But it's the big holiday event. This is the big one everyone's been waiting for. Okay? So hopefully you guys will tune in if you can. This is Sunday, the 23rd of December. All right? The big one. So, also, during that marathon, I will be premiering here live on stream my special holiday edition of DSP Tries It. This is going to be a great one that I think you guys are really going to enjoy, okay? So hopefully you'll tune in. It's going to be a great event, all right? A really good event. All right, then, on Monday, Christmas Eve, December 24th, I'll be doing, as my first stream and only stream of that day, a special Christmas Eve podcast. It's going to be very interesting, very fun, and festive. And it's going to have a lot of things involved that you guys are going to be interested in. Number one, I'm basically going to do a recap of how I feel this year went, both personally, between, Kat and myself and all the stuff that we did here, kind of behind the scenes, and then talking about, stream-wise. How did everything go this year with games, with my streams, with everything? Really want to talk about, how everything's been going. Being very matter-of-fact and honest with all of you, okay? Then, I will be doing a segment about the holidays, talking all about Christmas traditions, things that I do around the holidays, things that I did this year in particular, things that Kat and I have been doing to celebrate the Christmas season. And I want to talk to you guys. I want to hear some nice things about what you guys have been doing. What are you guys planning for Christmas? And what will you be doing? Will you be hanging out with friends or family? What kind of food do you eat? This will be a very interesting segment. And then after that, it's going to be a 2019 preview where we're going to go through the gaming calendar for 2019 together. And I'm going to outline all of the different games coming out that I'm interested in to tell you exactly what I'm looking forward to next year. Okay? So this podcast will be a lot of different topics that'll be discussed. It should be quite entertaining and fun. I haven't done a personal style podcast like this in a long time. And it should be a good time for everyone. Okay? Then, I'm not doing a second stream on Christmas Eve because I'm going to be going out to dinner with Kat. Probably getting some Asian food. And then, Christmas Day, I'm off. I'm not going to be doing any streams on Christmas Day. I certainly hope you guys wouldn't be sitting around Christmas Day waiting for streams either. Hopefully you have stuff to do. with friends or family or significant others or loved ones or whomever. If not, game. I recommend Christmas Day is always a great day to play. A great day to play video games. When I was younger, that's pretty much what I always did. I would get, video games for Christmas, and that would be the day that I would sit down and play them and enjoy them. So there you go. Then I'll be back on the 26th with a full multiplayer day. I'm thinking I'm probably going to be doing a combination between maybe some Smash multiplayer and some Black Ops 4 multiplayer. All right. We'll see, whatever I feel like, basically. Or maybe the Street Fighter V will have gone so well during the Christmas marathon or the holiday marathon, maybe people want to see Street Fighter V again. And maybe I'll do some Street Fighter V then when I come back on Wednesday the 26th, okay? We'll see. We'll play it by ear. And then, starting on the 27th, it's going to go back to kind of regular stuff where I'll start doing major streams of, say, maybe either Final Fantasy or maybe Smash multiplayer or maybe something else. I don't know. We'll see. I'm actually thinking that maybe that week, later on that week, I'll do another major session of Red Dead Redemption 2 online co-op. Since the last one went all right, but I think if we did it again with more of a knowledge of where we could do stuff for Suicide Kings, it would end up being a much more entertaining experience. So I guess we'll see. Okay. All right, so that's the rough idea. Now, also, after all the Christmas festivities are done and I get back to a normal streaming schedule, FYI, I am going to start working on and do streams of my most disappointing games of the year countdown and my Game of the Year awards. I'm assuming those are either going to be at the very end of December or probably the very early January. And I'm excited for that. I do it every year. Only this year I'm going to do it stream-based, meaning it will not be an edited video that I work on and I cancel streams in order to work on this video, and then I, just play it on stream. No, instead it's actually going to be based on stream. I'm going to be doing this stuff, okay? So, it should be pretty good, and I hope you guys are excited for all the stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be full of fun holiday festive stuff. And, it should be never a dull moment here on stream. Let's put it that way. Okay. So that's the rough schedule, everyone. Now you know. Now you know what's going on. I would like to obviously say to everyone, thank you for all the support. These past few weeks have been great. This month of December in particular, views have been up. Attendance has been up. Engagement's been up. Contributions have been up. Everything's up. That's great. As you know, with everything going on with me behind the scenes financially, everything you guys have been doing has been helping out tremendously. In fact, I can tell you guys, at least a rough estimate, between your contributions and the help that I've gotten from Emerald 7. For those who aren't aware, you may look at our subtotal and say, Phil has 1,590 subs. Yeah, because we got about 1,000 subs gifted over the past week. And most of those were from a person named Emerald 7. And no one knows who he is. But he was basically kind of a anonymous Samaritan. Like, he came in and just started gifting subs everywhere. And for as long as, what he did with all these gifted subs sticks, which I don't think there's any way it wouldn't. Like, once you gift a sub, it's basically permanent. You know what I mean? It looks like probably just from those subs, I will have raised, I'd say, just under halfway of what I would probably need to raise in order to take care of my taxes for next year, which is obviously what the big hurdle is, what I'm trying to raise by April. Keep in mind, I'm basing all of this off of estimates that could be incorrect. I don't know. Okay, I have no idea. But based off of the estimates that I was given for my tax attorney this year, yeah, these gifted subs have added up to the point where it's just about under half of what I need. Okay? That's pretty damned awesome. And it came out of nowhere, out of left field. Didn't expect that. And so that's definitely, I would say it's a good start. It's not really even a start. It's a good chunk. Okay? So that's really nice. And again, Emerald 7, I have no idea who this person is, but thank you. Appreciate that. How much support you've lent this last week. And now let's see, moving forward, how does stuff go? Like I said, we got many holiday-themed stuff going on in the next week. January and February are going to be some pretty crazy months for gaming. Late January and all of February are insanely busy with new game releases. And I guess we'll see how things go. You know, can I raise enough funds in those months outside of what I normally make on stream in order to take care of all these taxes? Or what's the deal going to be here? I don't know. We don't know what the future will hold. Okay? All we can do is be hopeful and positive. So thank all of you for all of your support. And looking forward to, you know, continuing on with everything in a positive fashion the way I've been doing. All right? All right, guys. So outside of all that, I don't really want to go into major detail today on pre-stream about plugs, but I will say a few things. We're reaching the end of the month. We're almost at the end of December. All right. So if you would like to check out my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidefil, I would appreciate it. If you contribute to my Patreon, it helps me out, but you earn personal perks as a way to say thank you for your contributions. And in particular, this month, if you pledge $5 or more to my Patreon, you will be nominating your favorite things that I have done over the past decade as a content creator for a special retrospective event stream that we're going to be doing in late January. During said stream, I will be streaming the things that people pick out. It could be a video game playthrough, it could be a vlog, it could be a game review, it could pretty much be anything. And I'll be reacting to said video. And then in addition to that, I'll be doing like behind the scenes commentary and stuff. I basically did this event back in September, this very same event. It was the first time I'd ever done one like this, and people loved it. Like, the overwhelming feedback was, oh my God, this was like a really great and insightful and fun and entertaining event. And I hope Phil does another one. But I was so busy with new releases the past 3 months, there was no way I was going to be able to do another one. Now, finally, with things slowing down, January would be perfect. In fact, I'm probably going to do this event right before the release of Resident Evil 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3. Okay? So, we'll see how things go. But, yeah, this should be a fun event. And if you pledge $5 or more to my Patreon, you'll be able to be nominating those moments that will be on that stream, okay? So give it a look, patreon.com/darksidefil. Thanks to anyone who even considers it. I appreciate it. I also have a merchandise shop. At this point, guys, I think it's too late for you to order anything and get it in time for Christmas. I'm just saying. But appreciative of anyone who buys anything from the shop. Helps me out. You get a cool collectible. Give it a look, teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. On today's stream, if you either cheer, sub, or tip, I'll give you a shout out. It's much appreciated, anyone who does contribute. And it helps me out tremendously, obviously, with everything coming up, with taxes and everything, it helps. That being said, we have some rules that I would ask that you follow to be in line with Twitch's terms of service, as well as keeping the vibe of the stream nice and chill. Number one, please be positive. Don't bring in insults. Don't bring in negativity. Don't bring in negative detractor memes. Don't bring in, you know, all kinds of nasty, toxic shit. We don't want that on the stream, okay? We just don't. That's why we don't allow topics such as politics or religion and stuff like that to basically cloud the stream. Now, I'm not saying I don't never allow them or I blacklist those topics, but in general, when you bring in things that, oh, did you hear what this guy said about this one? Did you see this guy's restreaming this content? Did you say this guy insulted this guy? Did you hear this? Did you hear that? You hear this thing in politics? Did you hear that? It just causes arguments. It causes a bad sentiment and a bad feeling. Guys, it's the holidays. It's time to be merry and bright. It's time to be holly and jolly. It's not time to be a toxic dick, all right? If you want to be a toxic dick, there's plenty of places on the internet you could do that. This stream is not one of them, all right? In general, these streams are meant to be a place where you can escape from real life, from reality, get away from all those stresses, come and hang out, just hear my honest reactions to whatever game I'm playing, or in particular, when I'm playing a game like Smash, to see how I stack up competitively with other people on the internet. You know, while you have a chill and fun experience by interacting with me or interacting with those in the stream chat or both. And you just want to be relaxed and have a good time. You don't want drama and nonsense when you're watching a gameplay stream. And that's why I do my best to keep out of here. Okay? Fair enough. Now, if you either, if you would like to see a fun animation play on the stream in conjunction with any contribution that you give, you can. If you either do a 100-bit or more cheer, a $5 or more tip, or if you subscribe to the channel and click on a share button that appears on your screen when you do, a fun thank you animation plays on the stream. And in particular, for both cheering and tipping, it's a holiday-themed animation, and those will stick until the end of December. They'll stick around, okay? So, it's another way to get, you know, recognition for your contributions. Pretty nice. As you guys can see, we have a stream stats leaderboard. I'll be updating that periodically for the total number of subs that we have. By the way, the 1,590 subs we have is the most we've ever had. That is a record for my Twitch channel, which is awesome. Also, if you're the top cheerer or top tipper of the day, I will get you up there to give you credit for your contributions. All right. Last but not least, what I'll say is this. Tipping. You may be interested in how do you tip or what is tipping. It's a completely different way to contribute to the streams outside of either cheering or subbing. You don't have to deal with Amazon or the integration of Twitch or whatever. So it's another way. It's a great way to contribute because it's a way that helps me out immediately. It's a short-term thing where I get those funds right away and I can put it towards paying bills and the like, versus cheering and subbing are also great, but I don't get any benefit from those for 2 months, okay? So that being said, if you'd like to tip, if you look below the stream, there's a button that says tip jar you can click on, or you can just type in !tip into the stream chat. That'll bring up a link that you can click on and take you to my PayPal tips page. You can either be anonymous or you can leave your name and a message if you would like a shout out, okay? All right, it is now time for said shout outs. So let's go ahead and start giving credit, okay? So, first of all, overnight, a few people contributed. We had Game Master Killed by a Shadow did a 50-bit cheer and said, loving the Final Fantasy IV playthrough, learning some things from it. Awesome. I'm very glad to hear that as feedback because I knew when I played Final Fantasy IV, excuse me, this was a game that I had played again and again and again as a kid, then again as an adult. I love the classic Final Fantasies. And this was the game that first exposed me to JRPGs and what they were. So for me, this is actually a momentous game to be playing. It's a big part of my gaming history. And I'm so happy to finally be sharing this with all of you because I'm seeing the twists and turns in the plot. And you guys are like, oh, that's interesting. And I'm like, yeah, this is a really cool game. And in particular, there's a couple twists and turns coming up that I'm very much looking forward to because it's kind of almost like a really dramatic manga or a really dramatic anime with the way that the plot is written out in this game. So I'm actually very much looking forward to how you guys react to some of the stuff coming up, okay? It's one of those games where you think it's over, and then, oh my god, we're not even halfway done yet. Here comes some more, and here comes some more. So it's pretty neat in that regard. But anyway, you know, this is a game, a rarity, where it's not a game that I've never played before and I'm playing for the first time, but instead, it's a game that I played in the past and really, really love, and I'm able to share insider info and knowledge and kind of stuff with you. So I love that about it. And I'm really enjoying that. And I hope that you guys are enjoying the playthrough, the 8 hours so far that I've played of it, and looking forward to more of it. Okay? So, yeah, thank you, Game Master, for letting me know how much you're enjoying the playthrough. Very nice. Boa Hancock, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much, Boa Hancock, for the sub. Golden Colts did a 100-bit cheer and then a 55-bit cheer. So thanks, guys, for your contributions overnight when I wasn't even here live on the stream. Okay? Now, we move on to people who actually contributed during the stream, which means I'll start updating this leaderboard. The Real Spoony One tipped me $1 and said, due to Microsoft kind of fucking up this console generation pretty bad when it came to the Xbox One, what would you like to see on the next Microsoft console that you think would make it a really great console? Also, I'm loving the new emotes. I am too. And we have, I believe, 8 more emote slots open. Like, we have 8 new emote slots. So if people want to work on emotes, feel free to go to town. I have 0 graphic design experience, nor do I even own Photoshop to mess around with stuff like this. But I know some people have been working on emotes, and they've been really good. We've added a bunch of new ones recently, like the shot emote, the cringe emote, the cool emote. And, you know, recently we had other emotes added as well, like the Sonic emote and the Christmas Santa emote. So, very nice stuff. And looking forward to whatever people come up with. Feel free to submit emotes because of all these gifted subs from Emerald 7. We have 8 more emote slots open, okay? Okay, so, in regards to your question, what would make a really great console, okay? It's pretty simple, but Microsoft just didn't understand it this console generation for whatever reason. Number one, ease of use. And what I mean by that is a console that you can hook up and immediately you can do all the things that you would want to do with it without complications. So I'm going to hook it up to my sound system. Done. Easy. Has all the ports you need and they all work. I want to chat with my friends online. Okay, has a very easy messaging system where you can add friends and blah, blah, blah. I want to play in, you know, good quality video right off the get-go. Okay, does full 1080p at 60 frames per second, which no console even does at this point. Who cares about 4K if you can't even play at 1080p at a high frame rate yet, right? I want a controller that works. I would say that's actually one thing the Xbox One got correct, because I actually like the Xbox One controller. I think it's a great controller. You know what I mean? Like, the Xbox 360 kind of hit it on every cylinder. Like, everything the Xbox 360 did worked. Great voice chat quality with easy-to-use headsets that were cheap and, worked well. The very first kind of online messaging system on a console that worked. It was robust. It was interesting. It had voice communication. And party-making systems for all multiplayer games worked easily. And the console was just intuitive. You could just jump right in and figure out where everything was right away. And everything worked out of the box. The Xbox One was the complete opposite. It didn't even have surround sound capabilities for like 3 to 4 months until after the console was out. It's like, dude, you're supposed to be buying a top-of-the-line game console, and it doesn't even do fucking surround sound at launch. You know what I mean? Like, it's just brain-dead stuff that it didn't make any sense. The console was just so poorly designed by a bunch of people who didn't go to their customer base to find out what the customers wanted. Instead, they just had it that they were smarter than everyone else. They knew what the future was going to be of console, right? We know that in the future there will be no physical discs and everything will be online only. So it's all going to be no trade-in games, no physical discs. Everything will be digital download. And everyone flipped out. Not surprisingly. We weren't ready for that yet. Even this next console generation, even though a large number of people now buy their games digitally, I'm one of them, I still don't think this next console generation people are going to be ready for non-physical discs and stuff. You're talking 15, 20 years down the fucking line. And that's what they were trying to force upon us with the Xbox One. So, what I'm thinking is just listen to your feedback from your consumers. Listen to the gamers. Hear what they want, right? They want a console that not only is easy to use, is going to have high-end performance, but they also want a console that's going to have great exclusives. And that's the problem with Microsoft right now. They don't have any. Now Microsoft has made many strides in the right direction recently. They've bought many game studios to start developing first-party titles for them that will be console exclusive. So they are on the right track, but they're not there yet. They're getting to where they need to be, but this console generation has been a huge disappointment for Microsoft, and I just don't even know what else to say. Like, anyone who's a matter-of-fact kind of person who analyzes the industry very fairly and objectively will tell you that this has been a pretty bad console generation for Microsoft. How anyone can spin that positively, I don't know. Yet I see it all the time. Just this morning, it was like some gaming media said, Person of the Year, Phil Spencer. Oh, so much in Microsoft this year. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, just, yes, Microsoft made some good positive moves this year to move towards being where they need to be. They're not even close. How you could say Person of the Year is a person who basically is in charge of the company that's the loser of the console market is just, it blows me away. I just don't understand it. Then again, I guess I'm one of the few. I don't know what else to say. Anyway, thank you, Real Spoony One, for the tip. Let's get you up there on the leaderboard with the first tip of the day. There we go. Wow. That literally only took 2 of my inputs. This fucking keyboard is something else. This is a Bah Humbug keyboard that I'm using right now. This used to be the Grinch's wireless keyboard. It's really getting to me. Okay, anyway. Mash Labrador did 100-bit cheers. What's your most favorite Christmas memory of all time? Well, I've talked about this already. I'll just reiterate it. I remember on Christmas morning, one year opening up this ginormous box, and it was the Eternia playset for He-Man. This is probably the biggest action figure playset I've ever seen in my life. I mean that. I've seen them all, and this thing was insanely huge. It took my dad and I like 4 to 5 hours to build the goddamn thing in our attic, which was actually served as a playroom for me, and I played with it for the rest of the day, and then I wanted to keep playing with it all that week. Of course, my parents didn't want me to keep going up to the attic alone or whatever. So I only got to play with it maybe like once or twice a week, but the thing was amazing. And it was just like the best Christmas present ever because it was like a giant fucking toy. Then years later, I actually remember my parents getting me the Super NES, and that was probably the best Christmas ever when it came to like a present that not only did it delight me on the day I opened it, but it also like over the years ended up influencing my future. Because the Super NES, on Christmas Day, I played the shit out of Super Mario World. And I think my parents had actually bought me 1 or 2 other games for it. But I just started playing Super Mario World. I loved the game so much. I played it all day long, I remember. And then the Super NES became the staple console for me. Like, I loved it. The graphics were so much better. The music was so much better. The controller was such an improvement over the old school controllers that had existed before it. And so many new genres of gaming and stuff just erupted during that era of the Super NES that console pretty much gave me my foundation to be a lifelong gamer afterwards. So I would probably say those are those 2 Christmas mornings when I opened up those presents. I was like, oh my God, like ecstatic happiness at having parents who loved me so much that they would get me amazing presents like that. And, you know, then having the enjoyment of the rest of those days afterward are pretty much my favorite Christmas memories. Okay, 2-Bar King did a 150-bit cheer. Thank you, 2-Bar King. That actually makes you the cheerleader for the day. Let me go ahead and get you up on the leaderboard. Will the keyboard work? Fuck. So far, so good. It actually worked that time, if you can believe it. Okay, Santa Claus tipped me $1. It says, what will you do if the matches during your Sims last 80 hours long? And a Merry Christmas from Nicholas Claus, a.k.a. Santa. And then he said something rude and crude in regards to Mrs. Claus that I'm not going to repeat. Thank you, Santa, for the $1 tip. I appreciate that. Popsicolo cheered. He says, make sure they cut the head off the duck before they bring it out and when you go to dinner. Thank you, Popsicolo. That is a reference to a Christmas Story movie where they're going to have a turkey dinner for Christmas. They take the turkey out of the oven to stuff it. They're going to stuff it with stuffing. And as they do this, a bunch of wild hound dogs called the Bumpus Hounds, they're basically the dogs of the next door neighbor, crash into the house, smelling the turkey, devour the turkey off their table, and run out the door. Now, normally what you would do is call the police, immediately have them come and arrest the neighbors, but instead they decide they're going to go out to have a nice Asian food dinner because, the Chinese restaurants are open in their neighborhood because the Chinese actually don't celebrate Christmas like most Americans do. And so they go to a Chinese restaurant to eat, and they bring out a fresh duck, but the head is still attached. And basically the father says, it's smiling at me. So the chef says, oh, sorry, he pulls out a giant cleaver and chops the duck's head off right in front of the whole family, which then, makes them cringe in horror. But then they realize that they're about to have a delicious meal and they applaud. So it's a great movie. Anyone who has never seen the Christmas Story movie, you should. It is an American classic. I love it. I grew up watching it over and over. It's one of my dad's favorite movies, actually. And I watch it every year. I have it on Blu-ray now. It's amazing. And I actually did watch it this year as well. So you should watch it. It's great. And don't shoot your eye out when you're watching it either. Stinkin' Burrows says the movie is ass. Stinkin' Burrows has now been deemed the official Scrooge of Holiday 2018. And everyone should pelt him with snowballs in the stream chat for saying such a horrible thing. Okay. How in the... What the hell is this? R-I-R-I-I-R. Don't ask me how you pronounce that. Took me $1 and then said J-D-I-D-E-U-E-U. So, what I'm basically hoping is that this person's okay and not having like a seizure at their keyboard. I have no idea what any of that is, but thank you very much for the $1 tip. What on the holy hell? Wow. Okay then. And Hunter is so cool cheered. He's like, I hope Emerald gives me a tier 3 sub for Christmas. Well, I'll be honest with all of you. I don't think Emerald's going to be back. I think that it was just a good Samaritan who maybe is a fan of mine and knew, what was going on. Came into a few streams for about, like 3-4 days straight, gifting subs, but haven't seen Emerald for a while now. So, I don't think that he's going to be around. I think that was it, So, thank you to Emerald for all of your help and support. Like I said, you basically single-handedly took a giant chunk out of what I'm looking to raise for taxes next year, and it helps out tremendously. And, you know, thank you. But I think now it is now time to move on. Okay? Let's not every day be coming in here and saying, I think Emerald's coming in, he's going to give us tons of crap. You know, that's not what it's all about. That's not the reason behind the season, as they say. Although it was nice, and a lot of people will be benefiting from Emerald's generosity for the next month, and I'll obviously be benefiting because it helps me out. I don't think that we should all be expecting him to come in and gift more stuff. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But thank you, Emerald, again. Really, really appreciative, and a good start towards what I need to raise. So thank you for that, and let's hope for the best moving forward. Okay? Very nice. Cheers, as they say. Android X cheered. I said, Emerald being a legend, have you considered putting him up on the stream stat as top contributor for the month? Excuse me. Yeah, you see, it's funny because you get all these trackers. We have a tracker for bit cheering and stuff, but there's really no tracker for subs, like, that I know of. I guess it would be nice if there was a way to track, top contributors, you know, with gifted subs for the month, but I don't think one exists. I don't even know where that data would be pulled from. So, no, I'm not gonna, there's no way that we could do some special stuff. We already have the Stream Stats leaderboard, and I don't even know where else I would put that stuff, so. But yeah, obviously a huge thank you to Emerald for the support that he has lent, or she has lent, because we don't know. You know, Emerald 7 is a gender anonymous name. And whoever it was, thank you very much. Alrighty then. Yes. How do you like that? Yes. Yes. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, so last thing before we get started, is I want to do a shout out to the top bit cheerers of the week as well, since I am taking tomorrow off. Let's give credit to those who so far have contributed for the week. Okay? Alright, so shout out to the top cheer contributors. In 10th place, we've got a tie between Talk Shit, Get Kissed, and Quack. In 8th place, Mr. Papavera. 7th place goes to Conan the Barbarian. 6th place, Nihilistic Goldfish. 5th place to Blocking is for Scrubs. 4th place, The Pone Cake. 3rd place, The Paradox. 2nd place, Two Bar King. And in 1st place for this week, Eternia Forever. Excuse me. Alright, guys. That is it for today's pre-stream. Again, I thank you. What I'll be doing now is taking about a 5 to 10 minute break to set up the room and coordinate with my friend to get him into the room, and hopefully it's working. We're going to set it up with password protection. Then I'm going to return to the stream and announce what the password is. Hopefully some of you will join. We'll have some fun today doing team battles, but also later on I'll probably try to do free-for-all battles and see how they go and go from there. What I'm hoping is that the room will allow me to control, and, like, let's say after I play for 20 minutes with some people, maybe kick them to let 2 new people in or whatever. I don't know how this is going to work at all. I guess we'll have to see firsthand how it works, okay? Sound good? All right. And by the way, no, you're not going to hear any sound during this break because I'm going to have to go into Smash, which you're going to hear, you know, constant music playing or whatever. So I'm just going to have it be quiet here for about 5 to 10 minutes as I set up this room. And then we'll come back and we'll see how it goes. All right. Thanks, everyone. Let's end the pre-stream. Let's get this show on the road. Thank you. And let's do it. All right.